All right, everybody, welcome into day 2 of the Forest Acres Classic here at AC Flora High School. If you remember me, my name's Alex Ross. Good to hear from you, or I guess good for you to hear me again. Going to be a ton of fun today after a great first day of the 20th anniversary here at the Forest Acres Classic. Wind decided not to relent today, which is kind of annoying, but it's whatever. We get to play some baseball, and that's all that matters here on day 2. Well, quick recap of yesterday. I'm going to put some music on in the background as we're about to get rolling through. Lexington started off their Forest Acres Classic in a strong way, 9-1 victory over the Demons of Lugoff Elgin. Now they get Cardinal Newman, a team that potentially is looking to rebound after a tough loss to the Miller School, and they have their best shot to do it right here. Isaac Yarnell will be on the bump today, their ace, looking to see if he can shut down the defending 5A state championship Lexington Wildcats. Well, let's rock and roll through our starting lineups here. First, let's go around the diamond for the home team, Cardinal Newman. On the bump, Isaac Yarnell, one of the best pitchers for Cardinal Newman this season, boasting a 1.18 ERA. Behind the dish, his battery, Ryland Knudsen, one of the former 215 players. Of course, you see that logo on the top left of your screen rotating. First, Matthew Andrews. Second, Hart Rowland. Playing short, Connor Hooks. At third, it's Reed Stewart. In left, Alex Abreu. Center, Chaplain Cox. And in right field, Alvin Murray. DHing this morning for the Cardinals of Cardinal Newman. That belongs to Connor Catania. And then, of course, the Wildcats, who are trying to continue what was a strong start to their tournament. Let's roll through their lineup. Batting leadoff in left field today, it's Toby Soborowski. Second, the third baseman, Logan Blight. Batting third, the first baseman, Christian Spivey. Cleanup duties, Brandon Cromer, the center fielder. The catching today today belong to Lincoln Hill, batting fifth. In right field, yesterday's pitcher is today's six-hole hitter, Grant Kistner. The DH today for Lexington, number 7, Alan Hegler. Batting 8th, shortstop, number 6, Graham Coleman. And the 9-hole, Jones Bell, playing second. On the bump for the Wildcats is Jack Cooper. We'll roll through those real quick before we go everything again. But let's go. It's day number 2 here in the Forest Acres Classic. Lexington and Cardinal Newman. One team trying to continue their hot start, the other team trying to rebound after a tough game 1 for them. It'll be Isaac Yarnell, Toby Soborowski. Senior on senior violence here to begin today. Righty on righty. Yarnell will fire home. The first pitch is low, ball 1. Yarnell's got a very weird motion, kind of more jerky, if you will. However, it does work very well. The 1-0. That one's grounded up the middle. That will find center field for a base knock. The USC Aiken commit gets the Wildcats going with a leadoff. Leadoff single, I may say, yes. Gotta work into today. It feels like my allergies are worse today than they were yesterday, which doesn't make sense considering the sun's not even out yet. That's not fair. All right, well, Logan Blight batting second here this morning. You know, I got to get used to that. Everything else is in the afternoon or evening, and then, of course, this game starts at 11. Righty on righty, runner at first. Yarnell comes home. Called strike 1 on the outside edge, a fastball. The UNC Pembroke commit coming off of a nice day yesterday for the Wildcats. Yarnell fires the 0-1. He misses with the off-speed wide. It's now 1-1. Logan went 1 for 2 with a ribby and a walk yesterday. One of the top second basemen in this senior class. Of course, in the state of South Carolina. Pickoff back at first, not in time. You know, it's not as windy this morning, I don't think, but it is definitely as breezy. The 1-1. Yeah, that one's popped foul to the right side. It'll be 1-2. Soborowski at first, 2 stolen bases. One did come yesterday in their win against Lugoff Elgin. Looking over at first, not a terribly big lead, but still is enough. Arnold looks over, now Soborowski goes. The 1-2 is lined in the center field. Cox has to let it drop. Soborowski will take the turn at second, try to go to third. The throw is not in time. Back-to-back singles for the Wildcats, puts runners at the corners with nobody gone. The hit and run works for perfection. Soborowski will take third. Now Yarnell in immediate trouble, and it doesn't get any easier. Christian Spivey, one of the best hitters in this sophomore class and just one of the best players in general. Spivey, if it wasn't as windy as it was yesterday, would have put one over the right field wall, I believe. Fortunately for him, it died right at the warning track. Now he'll step in, the left-hander, with runners at the corners, nobody gone. Lynn coming in from right center. Yarnell will step off the bump. Look, both runners back. Looked like he was going to third, but Stewart, the third baseman, was not covering the bag. Yarnell comes home. The first pitch is wide, ball one. Looks like a fastball. Blake faked to steal. We'll have to see if he tries to steal. And now Knudsen, the catcher, will come out, give some signals to his defense. Blade at first, 5 stolen bags. He's been thrown out twice. Curious how much Cardinal Newman's going to throw the ball around here in the first inning. Yarnell comes home. Spivey chops that one to first. Could be 2. Andrews to second for 1. No play at first. It'll be an RBI ground out as Soborowski comes home. It's 1-0 Wildcats.
Up for Lexington, number 2, center fielder Brandon Cromer.
Nice play from Andrew. Looked for 2, just didn't have the play. Spivey will get first. It's a 1-0 lead for the Wildcats of Lexington, with a runner on first now for Brandon Cromer. First pitch to the righty. Sweeper that misses wide, ball 1. Righty on righty, 1 gone here in the opening frame. Runner on first is Christian Spivey. And at the dish, the USC commit Brandon Cromer working against Isaac Yarnell. 1-0 is low, ball 1, ball 2, the throw in his second is in time. Knudsen throws out Spivey trying to swipe second. It's good for the second out of the inning. Spivey had 2 swiped bags yesterday. Now gets thrown out for the first time in the Classic. Well, the ball was low, so it's 2-0 against Cromer. The pitch. That one's chopped to the left side. Going over the hole is Hooks, the shortstop. A long throw to make, and he will not have a chance to get the speedy Cromer, even though he made a good throw. It's going to be ruled. I would rule it more as a hit. Coach Howlett did not. He's working the scoreboard today. I'm going to go with a hit in my scoreboard. I think that's what they're going to rule in Game Changer, which is what I go by. I'll check that, don't worry, and for any nervous Wildcat fans. Well, runner on first, 2 gone now for the 5-hole Lincoln Hill. Righty on righty, and Cromer at first. Very much speed of a D1 commit. The first pitch is bounced over to short. Hooks has to play it on the tough hop. The throw to second's in time. That one, the second ball we've seen hit off kind of the edge of the infield grass. It took a tough hop. Hooks does glove it, to end the inning, but the Wildcats get 1. It's 1-0 going to the bottom of the first here. All right, I'll come back a little early right here to talk about the starting lineups for both sides. We'll roll around the diamond first for the Wildcats. Cooper on the hill, behind the dish, Lincoln Hill. First, Christian Spivey. Second, Jones Bell. Short, Graham Coleman. Third, Logan Blight. In left, it's Sobrowski. Center is Cromer. And in right, Grant Kistner. So Game Changer did rule that as a hit, by the way, for Cromer, for all the Lexington fans. I have it as a hit. Officially, it is an error. Just full transparency here at Falcon Field. Let's go through the starting lineup for the Cardinals here. Leading off, the second baseman, Hart Rowland. Batting second, the right fielder, Alvin Murray. Third, the shortstop, Connor Hooks, who had a nice play to end the inning. The fourth, DHing, is Connor Catania. Fifth, the center fielder, Chaplin Cox. Catcher, batting sixth, Rylan Knudsen. In the 7 hole, it's Matthew Andrews, the first baseman. Getting the start today at third, Reed Stewart, he's batting 8th. And 9th is Alex Abreu, he's in left. Still a gusty morning here, again, just like yesterday. The left-handed Hart Rowland digs into the lineup for the second time this tournament, or digs into the box, excuse me, for the second time this tournament. He bounces one to the second baseman, Jones Bell. High hopper, on to first, in time, one away. Nice stock there for Jack Cooper, one pitch, one out. That's how you draw it up. Well, now it's Alvin Murray. Murray, another player that played on this 2-1-5 team. He was a part of the championship Legion AAA team the 2-1-5 brought in this year. The lefty digs in. He bounces one down the first baseline. Foul. Of course, if you want to hear the full talk I had with Coach Chris Dorsey, the skipper of the 2-1-5 and the owner of the Big Red Box Dumpster Company, our two sponsors here this week, go listen to that. It's in the second and third innings of the AC Flora Hammond game. It'll make you want to run through a brick wall. Murray fouls that straight back. Looks like a fastball to be 0-2. I didn't really get to talk about the Newberry commit yesterday, and Newberry's going to be lucky to have this kid. Alvin Murray, 3 homers, 21 RBIs so far this season for the Cardinals. Cooper will fire the 0-2. Alvin pokes that one to left field. Going back as Sovrowski was playing in, gets turned around, and it bounces up to the wall. Cardinal Newman has their first base runner. It's a 1-out double for Alvin Murray. Right on cue, the Newberry commit turns Sobrowski around in left. Gets a 1-out double and gives Cardinal Newman not just their first runner of the game, but their first base runner of the tournament. Yesterday, Evan Hankins showed off why he's not just a good hitter and a pretty face. That kid went 9 up, 9 down, did not allow a base runner. Well, now it's the left-handed Connor Hooks. Cardinal Newman trying to push their first runner of the tournament across. The right-handed Cooper fires, the off-speed's wide, ball 1. Hooks, one of the best hitters on this team, hitting .467 this season, 10 RBIs. The left-handed shortstop trying to hit Alvin Murray home and potentially tie this game here in the bottom of the first. It's a 1-0 lead for Lexington as it stands. Cooper comes home, the righty fires. That one sliced down the left field line, foul. One in, one the count, one gone. Long pause for Cooper on the hill. The senior now making his 4th start of the year. Stepping off and will fake the throw back to Alvin Murray. Murray 8 swipe bags this season. With a left-hander in the box, you've got to imagine he's probably not going to try to take third, as smartly playing as Logan Blight. He's kind of angled in towards the infield grass, making sure Murray doesn't steal, as well as trying to get a read for the field. The 1-1. Fastball low and inside, ball 2. Cooper currently an 0-2 record on the bump this season. 4.03 ERA over 17 in the third innings pitched. The Citadel commit trying to give Lexington a chance to win this side of the bracket tomorrow in a game against Miller. He'll step off the hill, giving Hooks something to think about. Hooks is a prep baseball top 50 commit in this junior class here in South Carolina. He awaits the 2-1. That one's bounced over to the first baseman. Spivey gets on the hop, steps on the bag, gets out number 2. Murray moves to third. A tough play for Spivey makes it look easy.
Stepping to the plate, designated hitter number 10,
Connor Catania will dig in for the first time, a righty here. There's 2 gone, runner at third. Cardinal Newman trying to push the first runner of the tournament across. The right-handed Cooper comes home, called strike 1. Looks like a slider on the outside edge hits. Catania getting the DH spot here this evening, or this morning, the 0-1. Fastball up and in, ball 1. Catania only 4 RBIs so far this season. Love to add a 5th right here and get Cardinal Newman even. The 1-1. Fastball low and away, ball 2. Catania just 2 for his last 14. This will be a great time to try to snap that skid here. 2-1. Slider called, strike 2 on the outside edge. Cooper locating that well early. That one may have been more of a curveball-esque, but still found the outside part of the plate. So 2-2 the count, 2 gone. Runner at third here for Cardinal Newman as they trail 0-1. 2's on the way. Swing and a miss. Curveball. Fools Catania. The Cardinals leave a runner at third as Lexington leads 1-0 going to the top of the second here at Falcon Field. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. 1-0 lead for Lexington as they return to the box here in the second. Wind still coming from left to right across the diamond as the first pitch from Yarnell called strike 1 on the outside edge. The right-handed Kistner watch to go. The 0-1. Another off speed. This one misses wide. It's ball 1. Yarnell had a solid first inning. Gave up technically 2 official hits, 1 earned run. But he was able to escape some danger. The 1-1. Off speed, misses wide again, ball 2. Well, Grant Kistner was the Wildcat on the hill yesterday. He did his job and got the win for Lexington. The 2-1. Curveball misses upstairs, ball 3. Kistner picked up what was his second win of the season yesterday. 5 innings pitched, no earned runs. He's ahead 3-1 of the count. As Yarnell fires, called strike 2. Curveball paints the outside part of the plate. Kistner has to retrieve the bat as he's going to get ready for a full count here with nobody gone in the opening frame of the second. Opening frame of the second, same thing, I guess. Just it's like taking the leisure walk to say it. You know, the scenic, if you will. The payoff from Yarnell. That one misses high and inside, a heater. Ball 4 puts a runner on first with nobody gone. First walk of the morning for Yarnell. And now the DH, Alan Hegler, will step in for the first time today. The right-handed freshman digs in. The right-handed Yarnell on the bump will come home. The first pitch. Looks like a slider missed away, ball one. Good eye from Hegler. That looked good all the way till the end. Hegler coming into the day, 5 of 12, but 8 RBIs, including 2 yesterday against the Demons. The 1-0. Looks like an off-speed upstairs, ball 2.
Batting for Lexington, 32, designated hitter Alan Hegler.
Hegler, one of the top corner infielders in this freshman class here in South Carolina. He's becoming an everyday starter here for the Wildcats of Lexington. The 2-0. Slider misses wide, ball 3. Hegler has really only started to play the 4 last games, and it's been a good start to his season indeed. A double, 8 RBIs, 5 hits. The 3-0. Called strike 1. Looks like a changeup low, catches the low part of the zone. Kistner's got a pretty short lead at first, holding him on is Andrews. 2 swiped backs for Kistner so far this season. He doesn't go, the 3-1. That one's grounded over to the second baseman. Gets past Rowland, takes a late bounce. Rowland tried to dive to stop it. Murray comes up firing, and right the throw is cut off from Hooks. Just like back in the first, the Wildcats have runners in the corners with nobody gone. That one took a tough hop past Rowland. It was coming right at him. And all of a sudden, just like we saw a ball with Hooks kind of skip up at the end, it skipped past Rowland. Took just a tough bounce, and that now puts runners at the corners here for Graham Coleman. The right-handed shortstop was 1 for 3 yesterday with a double. One of the top sophomores in that class and here in South Carolina. Arnold trying to work out of trouble for his second straight inning. The first pitch. That one's lined in the right center field, going over the right fielder Murray towards the gap. He'll run it down with a one-handed grab in right center for out 1, but it'll work as a sacrifice fly, and the Wildcats have a 2-0 lead. Nice job there from Murray. That ball, he had to run down all the way in the gap. Made it look easy as he was jogging toward the end. However, Coleman will not care as that's now another RBI for him, his 5th on the season. Now it's the 9-hole Jones Bell digging in for the first time. Righty on righty, 1 away. Arnold fires. First pitch, fastball upstairs, ball 1. Well, Yarnell has only allowed 6 earned runs this entire season. Last week against Hammond on Tuesday, he pitched 7 innings of scoreless baseball with 6 strikeouts. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Strike number 1, a curveball on the outside edge. Jones trying to work off an 0-2 performance yesterday. Infield shifted to the left for him. Hart rolling, the second baseman playing up the middle. In the hole is Connor Hooks. One's on the way. That one just tapped back to the pitcher. Yarnell has to make the play at first, and he does. There's 2 away, but it moves a runner towards second. Runner on second, 2 away now for the top of the order. It's Toby Soborowski. Soborowski singled right back up the middle the first time around. If he does that again, he potentially could bring the DH home, Hegler, who's standing at second. Righty on righty, 2 away. Top 2, 2-0 lead for Lexington. Yarnell fires. Off speed in the dirt, ball 1. Soborowski coming in now, 5 for his last 15. 3 doubles in that span as well. Looking to try to stay hot at the dish. The 1-0. Curveball stays upstairs, ball 2. Soborowski tied with Lincoln Hill for a team high 6 doubles this season. You gotta imagine Coach Hucks loves that out of his leadoff spot as they're trying to repeat as 5A state champs. The 2-0, swing and a miss. Big time curveball from Yarnell. Count is now 2-1, 2 gone. 2-0 lead for Lexington here in the top of the second. They have a runner on second, looking to add to it. Art rolling, making some noise. The second baseman now backs off as Yarnell delivers the 2-1. Called strike 2. Soborowski watches the curveball paint the outside part of the plate. It'll bring the count to 2-2 as Deuce is wild. 2-0 lead, 2-2 count, 2 gone. It's like a 4 of a kind if you ask me. Great poker hand. 2's on the way. In the dirt, nice stop from Knutson behind the dish. Forcing Hegler to retreat back to second, but that'll bring a full count here. Well, this is the part of the lineup you do not want to get into trouble if you're Cardinal Newman. On deck, it's Logan Blight, and then it gets a lot scarier with Christian Spivey, and that's not a knock on Blight. That's just testament to how good Spivey is. The payoff. Ball 4, curveball hits the dirt. This is where it becomes a little scarier now for Cardinal Newman. Runners at first and second, 2 gone now for Logan Blight. Blight has a single so far this game. He's now looking to add to it here. He was able to put the hit and run on that got Soborowski to third. Eventually was brought home by a fielder's choice that Spivey grounded into. Righty on righty, 2 away. Yarnell fires. Called strike 1. Fastball paints the inside part of the zone. Yarnell not known for walking many people. Only his 5th walk now he's allowed this season. I guess 6th if you count the earlier one today back for Kistner. The 0-1. That one's popped to the right side. Going over is Alvin Murray, the right fielder. Coming in towards the line. He'll make the grab to end the inning, keeping the Wildcats from doing further damage, but Lexington does put one across. It's a 2-0 lead here at Falcon Field. But before we go anywhere, I do want to thank our sponsors here for the Forest Acres Classic. For the 2nd year in a row, Coach Dorsey is sponsoring the Forest Acres Classic in more than one way. First and foremost, the Big Red Box Dumpster Company. It's a dumpster company that's all-inclusive. What they'll do is they'll take a dumpster to you, you fill it up, and they'll take it away. It's simple and easy. Just go to www.bigredboxdumpstercompany.com or call 803-783-6834 to book your dumpster today. The other thing he does is why I call him Coach Dorsey. He coaches the Legion 215 post team here in Richland County. And one of the newest teams has been one of the best teams as of late. Richland County making 2 of the last 3 state tournaments. Of course, Legion ball is one of the best things to play in the state. If you want a lot more information on that, you can go listen to our talk yesterday during the AC Flora and Hammond baseball game where we talked all about Legion, why it's so important to him, and why he continues to push the narrative that Legion is the best kind of baseball to play in this state. Hit that QR code, Cardinal Newman especially. Lexington, of course, you have your own post 7. So go scan that QR code today to register right now and play Legion. It's free, competitive baseball, and they don't build just players, they build young men. We'll be right back here as we're going to the bottom of the second. All right, give me a chance to take a sip of my water and try to clean my nose out. Unfortunately, the allergies again. I don't know what to do. I swear. I take all my allergy medicine, and then I still get stuffed up. Well, the first pitch, that's lined right back into center field. Cromer, though, ranges back and makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out. Chaplain Cox put a charge into that one, just couldn't find any open grass. Hard to find open grass out there in center. Cromer had a great catch to rob Colin Bright of a double yesterday, maybe more. That's a speedster that put that one in the deep center. Well, it's Rylan Knutson now, the 6-hole hitting catcher. Righty on, righty, 1 away is Jack Cooper. Will come set and try to get a ball that hits the glove. Go, kinda. Fastball up and in that gets away from the catcher, ball 1. Don't think that's what I meant, but it'll work nonetheless. Well, Knudsen, he came in late yesterday for defense, but now he's getting his first time here at the dish this tournament. The 1-0. Cooper fires the heater outside, called strike 1. Knudsen a part of that 2-1-5 team these last couple of years. He's one of these kids that have learned under Coach Dorsey and some of the great coaches they have. The 1-1 off speed's called strike 2 on the outside edge. Cooper locating that slider well here early. Wind coming from left to right, the 1-2. Knudsen pokes that one to right field, going on Kister toward the line. He has room in foul territory to make the grab for out 2. Just able to run it down, a one-handed grab, and there's 2 away. Now it's Matthew Andrews.
Up for the Cardinals, number 11, first baseman.
The wind really whipping it now from left field to right. It's the strongest gust, I think, of the weekend. The lefty digs in, the righty throws a fastball by him. It's 0-1. Andrews, the senior, hitting .222 this season, 12 RBIs. Cooper comes home. Fastball misses just a tad outside. Andrews held the swing back. It's 1-1. We're here in the bottom of the second. 2-0 lead for Lexington. 1-1 the count, 2 gone. It's the Wildcats trying to get off the diamond. Cooper fires. The right-hander misses upstairs with the heater. It's 2-1. The 2-1 from Cooper. Fastball in tight, ball 3. Cooper in danger of walking his first batter of the day. He allowed a 1-out double to Alvin Murray back in the first, but other than that, it's been 5 up, 5 down. He's fallen behind 3-1. The right-hander fires. Andrews pokes that one to the left side on the ground. The third baseman Blight's got it. The throw across the diamonds in time. A tough play made smoothly by Blight to end the frame. Andrews goes down to the ground out, and Cooper's retired his last 5 batters. 2-0 going to 3 right here on Definite Fiction. Welcome back here to the Forest Acres Classic. It's the start of day 2 here of 4. Lexington enters the top of the third with a 2-0 lead and have the heart of the order up. It's the 3-hole left-handed hitter, Christian Spivey. He watches the changeup miss wide. It's ball 1. A right-handed Isaac Yarnell comes back to the dish. Or bounds back to the hill, excuse me. Yarnell's given up 2 earned runs off of 4 hits, or 3 hits, wherever you look. The 1-0 miss low. It's ball 2. Yarnell will kick and deal the 2-0. Spivey shoots that one into the air, way up high, to pop up to the second baseman, Roland. And he'll settle under it for out number 1. Nice pitch from Yarnell. He got Spivey to elevate one. There's now one away here to begin the third.
Number 2 for Lexington, center fielder Brandon Kromer.
There's now one away for the right-handed center fielder, Brandon Kromer. He grounds one to the third baseman, glove by Stewart. The throw across the diamonds, a rainbow throw that brings Andrews off the bag, but he tags Kromer for out number 2. Nice play from Andrews there. Came off the bag and it tagged the speedster. It's not easy getting a glove on Kromer, but he does just that. Now there's 2 away for the catcher, Lincoln Hill. Cardinal Newman trying for their first 3-up, 3-down inning of the tournament. Showing bunt now is Hill. He watches the curveball paint the outside part of the plate, though, for strike 1. This will be very impressive for Yarnell. Going through 3, 4, and 5, not allowing a hit. The 0-1. Change up misses low. It's ball 1. The 1-1. Off speed. That one's popped straight into the air towards center field. Going back to second baseman Hart Rowland. He'll settle on right center field and make the grab. 3 up, 3 down, just like that. Isaac Yarnell gets the Cardinals back to the plate. We'll be right back here to begin the bottom of the third when we return. Welcome back here to Falcon Field in beautiful Forest Acres, South Carolina. Sun's starting to peek through the clouds here as we're set to begin the bottom of the third inning. It was 3 up, 3 down for Isaac Yarnell on the hill. You'll now get the bats going here as it's going to be Reed Stewart leading it off for Cardinal Newman. The third baseman got the day off yesterday. He steps into the right-handed box to try to crack the code that Jack Cooper has been dealing out today. Righty on righty, first pitch from Cooper. Elevated fastball misses high. It's 1-0. Stewart was an integral part of that late run Cardinal Newman made for a Skeeza championship last season where they came just up short. The 1-0 is called strike 1 after an off-speed paints the outside part of the plate. It's 1-1. Stewart was part of that team that made a run toward the end of the season, hit .244 last year. The 1-1 is lined in the left center field. That will drop for a base knock. So Borowski will reel it in quickly as Stewart has a big-time hit. Second hit of the day for the Wildcats. We'll bring up the 9-hole Alex Abreu. Abreu trying to turn the lineup over. The 9-hole on deck. is Hart Rowland. This is a part of the lineup that Lexington does not want to lose either, as there looks to be some pitch comm malfunction for the catcher Hill. The umpire, maybe it was just a equipment malfunction. Looks like he was fixing one of the straps, I think. You know, he's kind of blocking me, so it's hard to see. Ready on, righty man at first year for the 9-hole. Abreu shows bunt. It's low and away, ball one with a fastball. Spivey, the first baseman, and Blight, the third baseman, both charged in. We saw a couple plays yesterday where the bunt was very effective, and the bunt was not very effective in a couple other places. Well, nice plays from the Hammond Flora game is particularly what I'm talking about. The 1-0, Abreu shows bunt. He puts it down the right field line. It will go foul. It was going to be a bunt and run as they were trying to get Stewart to second. Abreu had to offer at a pitch that was in the other batter's box, and credit to him, he bunted it foul. Of course, Hammond, what I was referring to is put the suicide squeeze in effect yesterday against AC Flora. That gave them the go-ahead in what would turn out to be the winning run against the Falcons in a stunner. 1-1. Abreu puts the bunt down to the pitcher. Cooper has no play, but they go to first, a high throw. They're going to say he got him out. Jones Bell had to make an acrobatic catch and a collision at first. Abreu slow to get up, and now he'll go down. We'll step away momentarily as Abreu and Bell collided. All right, after a quick break, we are back. Gotta love the sportsmanship here in the Forest Acres Classic. Both Spivey and Bell were checking on Abreu over at that first base side. It was a collision. It was out number one. A sacrifice bunt laid down to Cooper, who threw to first. And Cooper, he had to hit Jones Bell, the second baseman, covering. Bell made the tag after it drew him off the bag as he was running over, and that's when the collision happened. Luckily, seems like Abreu's all right. Just walked off, maybe a little stinger. Well, back to the top of the order. It's the left-handed Hart Rowland with a man on second. He watches the slider called strike one up in the top of the zone. Hart Rowland 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to the second baseman to lead off the game for the Cardinals. 0-1. That one's tapped foul back behind home plate. It'll be 0-2 here against Rowland. Hart Rowland comes in scorching, hitting .448 so far in the season. That includes 5 of now his last 15. 6 doubles, 7 RBIs. Tied hook with a double lead for the team. The 0-2 is an elevated heater that misses up around the letters. It's ball one. After Rowland, it gets no easier for Cooper as it's a dangerous Alvin Murray who waits on deck. The left-handed senior awaits the 1-2. Fastball in tight. Nice backhand from Hill. Keeps the runner from going to third. It'll be 2-2. So 2-2 the count, 1 gone here in the bottom of this third. A 2-0 lead for Lexington, but Cardinal Newman threatening with a runner on second. And Hart Rowland, the top of the order at the dish. Rowland will call time. You know, it's funny looking at it. I mean, I played baseball in my high school days, and I had a Cat 9. It's weird seeing everyone with, like, Marucci Cat 10s in every bat, you know. It makes me feel old in a way. The 2-2. Rowland lines that one in the left center field. That will drop in front of Cromer for a base knock. Stewart getting the windmill around third. It's actually Coleman. The shortstop booth picks up and throws. It's not in time as Cardinal Newman gets one back, an RBI single for Hart Rowland.
Up to the Cardinals, number 5, right fielder.
The first runner of the tournament for the Cardinals goes to Hart Rowland off of an RBI single. Stewart comes home from second. After a soft line drive, gets over Coleman's head at short and falls right in front of Cromer. And now it goes to Alvin Murray. Man on first, 1 gone for the left-handed Newberry commit, who doubled his first go around. First pitch from the right. He is popped straight in the air. Let's go to the left side. Blight, the third baseman, comes in foul ground. Wind moves it around, but Blight makes the one-handed grab for out number 2, getting out a dangerous hitter. The Newberry commit is retired now for the first time today, but now it comes over to Connor Hooks. The shortstop is 0 for 1 with a ground out. However, Hooks, one of the best statistical leaders of this team in hitting categories, hitting .467, 6 doubles. Roland dances off first. The right-hander comes home to the lefty. It's called strike 1, a heater up in the zone. Long pause here between Hooks and Cooper. Now Cooper comes set. Hooks puts the bat up into the air. Roland dancing off first. He goes. The 0-1's grounded to the shortstop. Coleman gets by him. He was trying to cover second. He just out of the outstretched glove. Another single. The third of the inning puts runners at the corners with 2 down.
Stepping to the plate, designated hitter number 10, Connor Catiano.
Well, all of a sudden, Cardinal Newman, after being blank 16-0 yesterday, has the tying run at third and the go-ahead run at second, or at first here in the third inning. Gotta love the Forest Acres Classic. I was talking to Montague Lafitte before the game, one of the parents of course, AC Flora's Monty Lafitte. I'll put some music on in the background while we wait for the pitcher's visit, but you know, it's one of those where everybody in this tournament's really good, and you just gotta figure out who you get on what day. You know, Cardinal Newman, after to be blunt, a horrid start to this tournament, they now have a chance to take it to one of the best teams this state has to offer. Just the duality of baseball at its finest. Of course, AC Flora, winners of 6 in a row, came in yesterday and faced an up and down Hammond team, and Hammond gave them their best shot and won. You never know what you're going to get in this tournament, which is why you play these games. Last year, after a Game 1 loss to Airport, Norman stormed back, beat River Bluff, and beat Oceanside Collegiate to punch their ticket to the championship game against Miller. So much talent in this tournament, it's always hard to figure out how it's going to go. It's Connor Catiano. Cooper, the man on the mound, has runners at first and third, both in his sights. There's 2 away, righty on righty, 2-1 lead for the Wildcats. Cooper steps off the bag, gets a runner at first, a throw into first, gets away from Spivey. Hooks drew it, and Cardinal Newman will bring the tying run across off of an error. So everybody thought Cooper was going to go home. He actually stepped off the bat, make a pickoff move, got Hooks off first. So both had to run back to the bag. That throw, or that was, I guess that commotion caused an errant throw. So before a pitch was even thrown to Catiano, we're tied here at 2. And now Hooks, the go-ahead runner at second. The righty, he watches a fastball stay away. It's ball 1. Cardinal Newman putting up a fight here, and more than a fight, taking it to the Lexington Wildcats here on day 2 of the Forest Acres Classic. The 1-0. That fastball on the ground to the left side, gloved by the third baseman Blight. He whips it across the diamond, then the side is retired. However, Cardinal Newman strikes. An RBI single from Hart Roland, an error that allows the runner from third, Roland, to come home, and it's 2s going to 4 right here on Forest Acres Classic. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here to Forest Acres, South Carolina. Still a little gusty this morning, still some sun peeking through the clouds, but right here we got a game on our hands. It's 2-2 going to the 4th inning. The defending 5A state champions versus the Skeeza runner-up of last year are deadlocked at 2 after Cardinal Newman stormed back and played at 2 last inning. Isaac Yarnell returns to the bump after having his best inning of the day, 3 up, 3 down. Now he gets the right-handed right fielder Grant Kistner to lead it off. Yarnell will kick and deal the first pitch of the inning. Curveball called, strike one, even though Knutson dropped it. You know, I always love umpires that call it like that. There's a lot of times an umpire, even if it's just dropped by the catcher, he'll be like, oh, it's a ball. Thankfully, home plays called that one a strike as it was right down the middle. It's 0-1. The 0-1, that one's golfed to the left side, through the hole, past the shortstop, into left center field for a base knock. Kistner, after he walked his first go-around, now gets the first off of a single here to begin the 4th. That'll bring up the DH, Alan Hegler. Hegler, he singled back in the 2nd. He was left stranded at 2nd, though, and he's going to try to get this rally going for the team in black, yellow, and blue. Lexington has some pretty good uniforms today. You know, we saw some great uniforms yesterday. Today, the Wildcats in their black, gray, and blue. Equipment malfunction. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Again, if you're new to the stream joining us, if the music plays, usually we're trying not for monetization, so I'll turn it off. I'll put the music on for the stream. First pitch to Hegler is an off-speed in the left-handed box. It's 1-0. Hegler now 6 for 13 so far this season. The young freshman is becoming more and more of a spark here for the Wildcats. He awaits the 1-0, gets away from Knutson, and that allows Kistner, who got a phenomenal read, to get over to 2nd. Kistner read that ball in the dirt as well as anybody probably could have. Immediately got to 2nd off the, I think it was technically a wild pitch on Yarnell. And Knutson now, looks like that one hit the inside of his thigh. This is Knutson having some malfunctions with his chest protector earlier. He gave a thumbs up to the dugout, though. He's all right. Just took a pitch off of an unprotected part of his leg. Well, the count is 2-0. Kistner now standing at 2nd with nobody gone here in the top of the 4th. Lexington trying to regain the lead here. The 2-0. That one's lined in the left field. That will drop for a base knock. Kistner's being held at 3rd. Abreu will come up and hold the ball in left. Looked like he was ready to gun one home, but for now the 3rd inning of 4, the Wildcats have runners at the corners with nobody out. Happened in the 1st, in the 2nd, and now in the 4th. Lexington has only put one across, though, in both of those innings. We'll see if they can put one across here in the 4th to regain the lead. It's Graham Coleman up. Graham had a sacrifice fly to right his first go-around. The right-hander digs in against the right-handed Yarnell. Hegler doesn't go. The first pitch is a curveball upstairs for ball 1. Boyd came up looking to fire, however. I doubt he tried to throw that one down to 2nd. Gus picking up now from right to left here across the diamond. Yarnell will step off and look both runners back. Cooper got in trouble last inning with that, where he had the runner off first and threw it away into the dugout, or well, close to the dugout, not into the dugout, but well, Cardinal Newman to tie the game. The 1-0. That one's grounded to the left side and foul. It's an off-speed pitch. Hit the outside part of the zone if it wasn't swung on, so it's 1-1. Graham Coleman is now 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position this season. Looking to add a 4th one to that. He shows bunt the 1-1 is high and away. Ball 2 may have kind of gotten Yarnell caught off guard a little bit. Nice job from Knudsen, though, behind the dish to glove it, keep that runner at third. That runner is the go-ahead runner at this stage of the game. Two and one, and Allen Arnold's got a runner between first and second. Hegler going to be chased down. They're going to allow the go-ahead runner to score home. Nice job from Lexington. Hegler will be happily tagged out at second. Kistner comes home with the go-ahead runner. Hegler was picked off. It is now 3-2 in favor of the Wildcats. So nobody on the table for Graham Coleman. It's 2-1 count. Yarno comes home. The off speed is tapped foul. It'll be 2-2. After Coleman, it's 9-hole Jones Bell before the lineup flips over for the Wildcats. Yarno, the 2-2. Off speed, that one's popped to the right side, out of play. Nice fight from Coleman, who will not get a chance with the runner in scoring position anymore. He'll just get nobody on the table and to get to hit for free. No more added pressure. The 2s. That one's poked to the right side. It's going to be popped into the air and out of play. Coleman fighting off some junk from Yarno, looking for a pitch to hit. Lexington making their first appearance in the Classic since 2014, and that one's popped to the right side. It'll be in right field. Alvin Murray will come on, coming to shallow right, and he'll make the one-handed grab. There's 2 away. Always love saying popped into the air, and then, of course, it just goes to shallow right. My favorite thing, but, of course, looking at that right field flag, that wind is heavily impacting every single flight path. It probably was flown a little farther to right, but instead got taken away by the wind, and Murray had to come to basically almost the infield dirt. Well, it's 9-hole Jones Bell, righty on righty. He watches the curveball catch the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. There's nobody on, 2 gone, 0-1 the count. Lexington, after pushing 1 across, has a 3-2 lead. Jones shows bunt. That ball misses wide. It's ball 1. A 1-1. Off speed, that one's popped into the air right behind second. Hart roll, and the second baseman goes back. He'll come in a couple steps toward the infield dirt in center and make the grab. Well, Lexington puts the first 2 on, and then after a kind of a fielder's choice pickoff, if you will, they bring a runner home off the first and third. They now lead at 3-2, going to the bottom of the 4th, right here on Definite Fiction.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back here to the Forest Acres Classic. It's game 1 off of day 2. Lexington just retook the lead. The Lexington Wildcats just retook the lead after pushing 1 across in the top of the 4th. Now Cardinal Newman comes up. It's Chaplain Cox who bounces one foul down the first base line. It'll be 0-1 as Jack Cooper returns to the bump here this inning. It's been 4 hits, 2 earned runs, or I guess technically 1 earned run. The pickoff doesn't count, but 1 earned run against Cooper. Both teams have committed an error. The 0-1. Off speed up and away against the lefty. It's ball 1. There we go. We're getting back in track. The 1-1. That ball's hard grounded over to the second baseman, but Bell gets it on the hop, throws it to first. It's out number 1. Nice easy hop in a way. You know, usually when a ball skips up like that, another ball that skipped off the dirt, usually it's a bit tougher. However, Bell was able to kind of, if you like, square it up and like tackling was what I'm trying to say, and kind of bounce right to him. There's 1 away now for the 6-hole Ryan Knudsen. Knudsen fouled out in foul territory to the right fielder his first go around. The right-hander watches the curveball paint the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Fastball misses high. It's ball 1. Cooper looking for his first win on the mound this season for the Wildcats, making his 6th appearance. The 1s. Slider stays upstairs but called strike 2. Looked like that just clipped the top of the zone. The 1-2. Call strike 3. The curveball froze Knudsen and he knew it. Beautiful late break, and now there's 2 away. It's the first strikeout since the first inning for Cooper.
First baseman, number 11, Matthew.
And now it's Matthew Andrews up for the second time. He grounded out to Blade over at third his first go around. The lefty digs it and the right-hander comes home. It's the fastball. It's called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Cooper looking through his second 1, 2, 3 innings versus time in the order. Back in the second, it was the same story. The 0-1 is tapped foul right back at me. It'll be 0-2. Back in the second, Cox lined out, Knudsen flew out, and Andrews grounded out. So far this inning, Cox is grounded out, Knudsen struck out, and now Andrews is trying to avoid getting out for the second time. 0-2. Fastball misses in tight, ball 1. Andrews now just 2 for his last 14, but 5 RBIs during that span. Trying to set some table pieces here for the bottom of the order here for the Cardinals and get them back that 1 run. The 1-2. That one's flown out to center field. Cromer going back. Excuse me, Cromer will range to make the play near the wall. Another nice play from Cromer. Made a tougher play that was driven very deep into center. Look easy. And now Lexington will get out of the 4th. 3 up, 3 down for Cooper. Before we go anywhere, we're going to talk about our sponsors here for the Forest Acres Classic. Of course, Coach Dorsey has been sponsoring us for these last 2 years, and want to give our special thank you to him. First and foremost, the Big Red Box Dumpster Company. They're an all-inclusive dumpster company that will help you clear any waste you possibly need. They'll bring you a dumpster, you fill it up, and they'll take it away. Go to www.bigredboxdumpstercompany.com to learn how you can book your dumpster today, or call 803-783-6834 to get in contact with Coach Dorsey, the coach of the Richland Post 215 Legion team. Legion baseball is summer baseball that you can play for free here in the Midlands. You get some of the best competition this state has to offer at the high school and college level. You get some of the best coaches, including coaches that have played former Major League Baseball and college baseball at the D1 level. So hit that QR code if you're a Cardinal Newman fan today to learn how you can sign up. At Lexington, you can sign up to your post itself. I'll be right back here to begin the 5th inning when we return. We move into the back half of this game. It's a 3-2 lead for Lexington as they come up here to begin the 5th, and it's the top of the order. Toby Soborowski coming up for the 3rd time today. Curveball swung on and missed, strike 1. The right-handed Isaac Yarnell back on the bump. Righty on righty is Soborowski trying to reach base for the third time today. The 0-1. Off speed, grounded over to the third baseman, Stewart. He's got it. Throws it across the diamond, and it's good for out number 1. Soborowski will have to retreat to the dugout for the first time after singling and walking today. Now it's Logan Blight, the third baseman. Logan has a single and has flown out so far today. Of course, Lexington will get Miller tomorrow in what can only be described as a must-see game. First pitch, curveball stays away. It's ball 1, righty on righty. Cardinal Newman will try to take down the Demons of Lugoff Elgin, but of course the game after this is Lugoff and Miller. Lexington can hold on. That will be a potential matchup to go see who will play in the championship game on Thursday. Cardinal Newman can spring the upset. Well, interesting scenarios unfold. The 1-0 off speed misses wide, ball 2. We had a situation where it came down like this last year, where the whole Oceanside Collegiate team came and watched the Dorman River Bluff game in hopes of playing on Thursday. The 2-0 off speed stays wide. It's ball 3. Of course, the other side of the bracket was a little simpler. Miller just beat everybody. The 3-0, Logan shows bunt, pulls it back, but it's right down Broadway for strike 1. Arnold took a little off of it for that strike 1. Three and 1, the right-hander fires, off speed is wide, ball 4. A one-out base runner does reach. It's the third walk of the day for Yarnell. And now it's Christian Spivey.
Up for Lexington, first base.
Back yesterday, Spivey put a charge into a ball in right field and died at the warning track. I feel like that was a story of this first day of the tournament with how the wind was moving. The only one player to break through was when the wind died down. Charlie Scott had a leadoff bomb for AC Flora. Looked like the Falcons were off and running in the tournament before Hammond made a comeback in the middle part of that game. The 1-0, or the first pitch, excuse me, is going to be 0-1 after Spivey hammers one foul down the right field line. Tried to help there. I guess I tried to help Spivey out. He didn't want me to help him out. Well, Christian is now 0 for 2. He grounded into a footer's choice in the first, and he's popped out in the third. The left-handed first baseman looking to get Lexington an insurance run as a pickoff back at first. Blight slides back safely. Blight has 5 stolen bags so far this season. He's been thrown out twice, though. Knutson's already gunned Spivey down at second, trying to take second, so see how aggressive these Wildcats are on the base pass as another pickoff attempt is proven futile. Really starting to breeze in now through the left side of the infield, over toward the right. The 0-1, called strike 2, off speed on the outside edge. Spivey didn't like it, but Yarnell jumps in front of the talented sophomore. Yarnell making his 7th appearance, or 7th start, I guess, and appearance as well. He's a 4-2 record. Giving up 3 earned runs today. He's only given up 6 all year. The 0-1, or the 0-2 is poked through the left side of the infield for a base knock. Spivey with a good piece of hitting. That was well placed by Yarnell, just put where everybody wasn't, and it was poked the other way. That's what I get for looking down at my paper and looking at the wind for all of half a second. Now there's 2 on and only 1 out for Brandon Cromer, the talented center fielder. And that'll bring out head coach Robert Hendricks to come talk to his right-hander Yarnell. Hendricks in his 5th year as a head coach. He's his 2nd at Cardinal Newman, and that will be all for Yarnell. A solid day on the bump, going 4 1/3. We'll be right back here on Definite Fiction, a pitching change in game number 1 of the day. Welcome back to Forest Acres, South Carolina. The first pitching change of this game brings in Henry Bodman to take out Isaac Yarnell. Yarnell went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs out of this moment, but he's got 2 more attached to him. We'll see how well this inning plays out for one of the top relievers here for the Cardinals, who's making his now 6th appearance. He's only 1 earned run given up over 10 innings pitched. The right-handed junior will try to find his way out of the frame here. However, he gets the USC commit Brandon Cromer to lead off against him. Runners at first and second, 1 gone. 3-2 lead for the Wildcats as we're in the top of the 5th. Looking to add to it, trying to put themselves in a position to play for a championship on Thursday. Bodman comes over, the sidearm misses a little wide in the left-handed box, excuse me. It's 1-0. So I'm still trying to wake up. That coffee I thought was hitting, but apparently it's not. Maybe the wind's not helping. And my allergies. It's not fun out here, I guess, right now for me. The 1-0. Cromer lines that one to deep left center field. Abreu looks up, and Cromer leaves the yard. Right on cue, Brandon Cromer with 1 swing of the bat adds a ton of insurance for the Wildcats. It's now a 6-2 lead.
And that's a home run for number 2, Brandon Cromer.
Cromer with his 2nd home run of the season. Now 10 RBIs for the South Carolina commit. Clears the bases and gives some much needed insurance here for Cardinal Newman, or excuse me, for Lexington. Now a 6-2 lead. Well, Isaac Yarnell, after having a great day, got spoiled on 1 pitch, is now giving up a 5 spot in the earned runs category. First Scrawls ground to the third baseman, Stewart. Lincoln Hill, the one doing the honors. He grounds out. It's out number 2 here in the inning. Nobody on and 2 away now for Grant Kistner.
Batting for the Wildcats, right fielder number 5, Grant Kistner.
Going back to that Cromer home run, he just smoked that one to deep left. And now that first pitch is hit high and deep out to left center field. Abreu looking back, it's off the wall. Kistner, after a great day on the mound, a 2-out double. The right fielder reaches base for the 3rd time as Lexington's starting to hit their stride here in game number 2.
Up to the plate, number 32, designated hitter, Allen.
See if Alan Hegler can continue the inning here for Lexington. It's already a 3-run 5th inning for the Wildcats. Now they have a runner on second with 2 away. Right-hander Bodman has only given up 9 hits so far this season. Given up now 2 here today. Righty on righty first pitch. Off speed away, ball 1. Hegler up for the 3rd time this game, has singled not once but twice. He was technically credited, well, not technically credited, he's credited in my book for the RBI back in the 4th inning, excuse me, if I can talk correctly. He got the RBI pickoff, if you will. The 1-0 off speed misses wide, it's ball 2. Well, the Wildcats, who've come in scorching hot, winners of 6 of their last 8, are now a couple outs away from winning 7 of their last 9. However, right there, Hegler, a big swing and a miss through a curveball. That one was 55 miles per hour, I think, if I read that right. It's now 2-1. May have been more of a knuckle curve, if you will. Also, it is kind of still windy. Cromer hitting that homer to left center. Not easy feat here with the wind that's blowing in from the outfield. The 2-1 off speed is low. It's ball 3. I didn't even think of that, honestly, when he hit it. It was one of those when you knew it was gone. And I said, as long as Cromer doesn't hit that fencing over the fence in center, in left center and right center, I knew it was gone, and he just got around it. Bodman throwing back to second. Diving safely is Kistner. Bodman's last time out was against Whitenall, where he pitched 2 scoreless innings of baseball. That was a little over now 2 weeks ago. I think a little around 2 weeks ago, actually. The 3-1. That ball's hammered to the left side. Best, the diving Stewart into left field for a base knock. Kistner getting the windmill around third. The throw home by Abreu's not in time. RBI single for Hegler. It's now 7-2 Wildcats.
Up for the Cats.
So what Lexington needed this inning if they wanted to kind of give themselves some cushion. A three-run homer from Krober. Now another RBI single, this time from Hegler. Now the shortstop, Grant Coleman, up. Righty on, righty, 2 away. Bodman trying to limit the damage here. Runner on first, he comes home. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Off speed, hits the outside part of the plate as well. The 0-1. Slider stays low, it's ball 1. Coleman so far today, 0 for 1. He's a sac fly back in the second, and he's flown out to the right fielder back in the 4th. The 1-1. Called strike 2. Nice changeup on the outside edge from Bodman. The 1-2 off speed is tapped to the third base side, foul ball. Looked like Coleman was a little in front of that off speed and just got a piece of it to stay alive. There's some more action in the Cardinal Newman bullpen. For those unfamiliar with Falcon Field, the home side bullpen is shielded behind the dugout and some grandstands, so I can only see the catcher warming up, meaning I can't see the pitcher. For the away team, though, I have a clean view of who you're warming up, which is why that I can say for one, I cannot say for the other, so I can only guesstimate who it is, and unfortunately I didn't even see anyone go out there, so no guesstimation here in this one for me. Well, again, don't go anywhere. Great day of baseball ahead of us. Miller and Lugoff Elgin as the next game up at 2. Then after that, Airport and Hammond will play after Hammond shocked AC Flora last night. Then the nightcap is River Bluff and AC Flora. The 1-2, that one's grounded over the second baseman. Rowland gloves it, flips it to second, and that will do it. However, Lexington, off of one swing of the bat from Brandon Cromer, gives themselves some insurance. A 3-run shot, an RBI single from Alan Hegler gives Lexington a 7-2 lead right here on the Forest Acres Classic. Welcome back here to the Forest Acres Classic. It's game one of day two, as Cardinal Newman now trailing 7-2 here against the Wildcats of Lexington. Cooper returns to the bump, throws a fastball on the inside part of the plate. It's strike one here to Reed Stewart. This is when Cardinal Newman did their damage back in the third inning. They have 8-9, 1-2 up. It's righty on righty. The 0-1 is checked to the right side. It goes foul. It'll be 0-2. You know, the last time this part of the order was up, they tied the game at 2s. Now they look at the scoreboard. It's a 7-2 lead for Lexington, powered off of a big, now top of the fifth for the Wildcats. The 0-1, or the 0-2, excuse me, called strike three. Scoreboard's messing me up. It's good for out number one, though. It froze Stewart on the inside part of the plate. Now it's 9-hole Alex Abreu. Abreu put down a sacrifice bunt his first time around. You got to imagine he'd be swinging away now. The righty-on-righty matchup comes home. The first pitch is flown foul to the right side behind home plate. Well, now Cooper's really in line for his first win. He needs to get through a couple more innings here. The 0-1 called strike two. Say he went around. I don't think he went around as much as the first base umpires did, but they did call it, so it's now 0-2 here against Abreu. After Abreu, the lineup flips over. The top of the order looms on deck in Hart Rowland. The 0-2. Cooper deals. Abreu spoils a pitch and lines it foul to the right. Nice job from Abreu to stay in the AB. That was painted on the outside part of the plate. The junior, who already has a homer on the season, awaits. The 0-2. Fastball upstairs. Good eye. Ball one. The 1-2 from Cooper. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Abreu couldn't find the curveball. Back-to-back strikeouts puts two away now in the fifth. Back to the top of the order we go. It's Hart Rowland up for the third time in the game. Rowland is 1 for 2. He had an RBI single last time up, but he grounded out to the fourth hitter, the four person on the field. Goodness gracious, second baseman. First pitch call on strike one. Change up on the outside edge. For those who aren't familiar with baseball, every position has a number with it, so 4 is second base, which is why I could not pronounce it correctly. Apologies. The 0-1. Call strike two. Fastball on the outside edge. Cooper dialing in right now. He's retired his last 6 batters, looking for 7 in a row. 7 in a row, maybe. Whatever works. The 0-2. Fastball elevated. It's ball one. Cooper now has 4 strikeouts. This go out, which matches his white knoll from game 1 appearance. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He struck out the side. Breaking ball low and away, gets rolling, and that will do it. The Wildcats in firm control of this one. It's 7-2, going to 6.
for
All right, welcome back here. We're set to begin the top of the 6th here in game number 5 in the Forest Acres Classic. The Wildcats have a commanding 7-2 lead after it was back and forth early. Bodkin back on the hill. First pitch throws to the right. He is fouled off down the left field line and foul, as I said. Jones Bell leading it off here. Positional change for the Cardinals. Roland Boyd enters the game in left for Alex Abreu. The right-hander sidearm comes home. Low 1. Changeup stays in. Ball 1. It was a big 5th inning for the Wildcats. A 3-run homer over the left center field wall for Cromer, and an RBI single for Hegler added on to it. Now a 5-run lead. The 1-1's foul tipped into the glove. Looks like a slider for strike 2. Bell is 0 for 2 today. He's now just 3 for his last 12. The 1-2. Good eye. He takes that off speed low and away. Ball 2. It's a nice cloudy day here, so sun's not turned up yet. It wasn't turned up for either of these two games yesterday as the 2-2 comes in and just foul tip back. Bell got a piece of the curveball. Yesterday it was very nice for these two games, and then the sun turned up for the Airport River Bluff game, which made that a little more miserable, and then of course cooled off for AC Flora. Only got burnt just a little bit in, I think, my ankle area. 2's on the way. Foul tipped again. Nice job from Bell to stay alive. He's fouling off some junk from Bodman. Well, it's 9-1-2 this inning. Top of the order, Soborowski waits on deck. The 2-2 is chopped foul to the left side. Nice battle here between both Bell and Bodman. Wildcats trying to add on to their 5-run lead here. 7-2 game, 2-2 count. Nobody gone here in the top of the 6th. It's the first batter in the inning, Jones Bell. Long pause now. Steps back in. It's still weird to see all the cages near the dugouts. Richard Lowen had those added in the past week here. The 2-2. That one's hard towards the coaching staff, but it misses everybody. Foul ball. Maybe that would have helped someone stay. Maybe that's why the cages are there. That was a hot shot toward all the players that potentially would have. Y'all can't see it on stream. Coach Huck just went in the dugout and got his glove. 2-2 hits Bell in the back. What an at-bat from both Bodman and Bell. Bell wins it with a hit by pitch. Now Coach Hucks goes and puts the glove back. I wish Jeff was here for that. He would have definitely zoomed in on that. Made everyone at home hopefully laugh like I did. Gotta respect it. I mean, hey, he's an athlete, you know. The reigning South Carolina Coach of the Year, making sure he doesn't get hurt. Well, it's righty on righty. Top of the order we go. Here, it's going to be Toby Soborowski for the 4th time this game. Soborowski 1 for 2 with a single, a ground out, and a walk today. It's interesting to see both Lugoff and Miller have yet to arrive here for the game that's supposed to start in an hour and a half. Usually some teams get here pretty early to watch their competition. The first pitch is low, ball 1, throw down to second, not in time. Bell will take second here. That will be his 2nd stolen bag of the season. It was low for ball 1. I think River Bluff showed up pretty much like an hour and a half, 2 hours before their game started. Pretty much everybody shows up pretty early. Of course, the Falcons were lingering across their ballpark all day in anticipation for their game. Lexington was also a team that showed up pretty early for theirs yesterday. The 1-0 is foul tipped back. Off speed, Soborowski a little upset. He missed that one. It's going to be 1-1. But something to note, Bell got a massive secondary lead at second. We'll see if Hart Rowland, the second baseman, plays a little closer to the bag. Bell gets a massive secondary lead. Now Bodman steps off. He throws to third. Not in time. Right on cue. Jones Bell dances and tangos his way to third. Oh, here's my announcer foreshadowing. You know, Bell got a pretty big secondary lead, and Bodman just didn't look back at him after his first look, which meant Bell took third, even though Bodman got the throw to third. The 1-1 to Soborowski. It's chopped to the left side. It goes foul. Just left. Jones Bell to scamper back to the bag, but it may have hit him, which would have been an out. However, it's just a foul for strike 2. This game was back and forth. Lexington came out early. An RBI ground out from Christian Spivey, or RBI fielder's choice, made it 1-0. Lexington added to it in the second with a sacrifice fly from Graham Coleman before Cardinal Newman came roaring back. An RBI single from Hart Rowland and an error that allowed Hart Rowland to come home. However, Lexington responded yet again in the fourth. It was going to be an RBI pickoff as the 1-2 is low and away. Ball 2-2. It was an RBI pickoff, if you will, of Alan Hegler that allowed Kistner to come home. Then it was Brandon Cromer. 3-run bomb over the left field wall. And an RBI single from Hegler, which has given Lexington this 7-2 lead. That's how we got here. 2-2. Nobody gone, runner at third. Soborowski leaves that one wide. Off speed. Puts the count full here with nobody gone. Well, 3 out of the 5 innings Lexington's had runners at first and second with nobody out. Soborowski has a count of 3-2 with nobody out and a runner at third. The pitch, grounded up the middle. That will find a hole for a base knock. Soborowski gets an RBI. Bell comes home. It's now 8-2.
Step to the plate.
Well,
Third baseman, number
no
2,
one,
Logan White.
no runners at first and third with no outs, at least quite yet. Soborowski gets an RBI single. His third time on the base pass today. Now it's 8-2. Coming out to talk is Coach Hendricks. We'll be right back. I'm going to come back on and talk about our sponsors one more time here before the end of this game. Of course, while we talk about their sponsors here for the Forest Acres Classic and this call to the bullpen, we talk about our two sponsors. Of course, you've heard a lot about the Big Red Box Dumpster Company, an all-inclusive dumpster company that they'll help you out. They'll bring the dumpster to you. You fill it up, they'll take it away. Simple, easy. Call 803-783-6834 today to get your dumpster, or go to www.bigredboxdumpstercompany.com. Of course, as well as the Richland 215 Legion Post team. Playing Legion is one of the best things you could do all summer. The Legion team is dedicated to building not just baseball players, but build people of the future. One of the former players called Coach Dorsey, talk about how he wanted to, set himself up for the future. You don't just gain relationships of friends, of coworkers, you gain relationships for life. Hit that QR code today to sign up for the 215 Lexington. Go sign up for Post 7 and play some of the best baseball you can play all year long. We'll be right back here. Pitching change for Cardinal Newman. All right, we are back here at Falcon Field. Lexington now have an 8-2 lead after the RBI single from Toby Soborowski. Now the sophomore, Nick Fakis will come to the bump for the first time this season. Righty on righty, Logan Blight with the first batter to face him. He watches strike one paint the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Bodman went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 earned runs as of this moment off of 4 hits. Could be added to it. The runner on first is attached to him as well. The 0-1. Breaking ball stays in low, ball 1. Well, with pitching being, very scarce in this tournament as of late, you got to waste some arms that have not seen the light of day yet, and Fackus is one of those, making his first appearance of the season. The 1-1, that one's popped into left center field. The center fielder, Cox, will settle under it, and he'll get out number 1 off the one-handed grab. Well, it doesn't get any easier for the sophomore. It's the left-handed Christian Spivey up for the 4th time. Spivey only 1 for 3 today, a single, pop out, and he grounded into a fielder's choice. Has an RBI with that as well, but Spivey would love to join his teammate and put one over the wall. Came oh so close yesterday. Now he's maybe trying to add some more insurance here for the Wildcats. The right-hander on the bump comes set and comes home. The off-speed and the right-handed box for ball 1. The throw down to second gets away as Soborowski will take second. There's a late break for Soborowski, though. It did not matter. It's ball 1, so the count 1-0. Runner at second and 1 gone here in the top of the 6th. Lexington already has 1 run this inning, looking for some more. They have an 8-2 lead here against the Cardinal Newman Cardinals, trying to push their way towards a championship game on Thursday, potentially. Maybe more. The 1-0. Called strike 1, off speed on the outside edge. It's the second time Spivey's taken that pitch that he didn't like it. Umpire has called it, though, multiple times. We'll see if Spivey sits on it here. Wind blowing in from right center field. Sun still behind the clouds this morning. I guess this early afternoon. The 1-1. Change up in the dirt, ball 2. And the other box set again. Nice job from Knutson behind the dish to slide and stop it. Time is called from Spivey. There's one of these players that you say, that's really a sophomore. There's no shot, and that's Spivey right there. The hulking lefty. Acts, hits, plays like he's an upperclassman, yet one of the top sophomores this state has to offer. The 2-1. Curveball called. Strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. Fackus painting the edges against Spivey. So it looks like, a ball warming up over there in the Lexington bullpen. Ran into one of the metal sheds we have over there. I think they even caused Spivey to kind of dart over. The 2-2. Swung on and popped into the air right behind second base. The shortstop Hooks goes back and calls everybody off. He'll make the one-handed grab for out number 2. Second time Spivey's popped up right behind second. And now there's 2 away. Well, there's no one warming up in the bullpen for Lexington. That was just Jack Cooper trying to stay loose here. Oh, let's back up Brandon Cromer. Cromer. Jeez. I'm going to blame allergies. That's what I'm doing this morning. Well, he had his second homer of the season, his second homer in the last 5 games. His last at-bat. Righty on righties. He lines one over to the second baseman on a hop. Hooks waits back, throws over to first, and side is retired. Nice job from the young sophomore. Fackus comes in and does the job. 3 up, 3 down for him. Gets out of the frame. It's an 8-2 lead for Lexington. We come back. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. It's game number 5 in the 20th anniversary of the Forest Acres Classic. The Wildcats of Lexington had an 8-2 lead over Cardinal Newman. As the Cardinals are going to try to get back into this game, and who better to start it off with the left-handed right fielder, Alvin Murray. Jack Cooper, the righty on the bump, comes home. First pitch, fastball called, strike one on the outside edge. Murray is 1 for 2, had a double back in the first, and he's also popped out in the foul grounds to the third baseman. It's 0-1. Off speed, stays wide, ball 1. The new Murray commit tried to get the Cardinals going in the first, but he was stranded at third after Hooks grounded out to the first baseman, and Catiano struck out swinging. The 1-1 from Cooper. That one way wide, out of the reach of Hill. It's now 2-1. Jack Cooper settled in nicely since that third inning for the Cardinals, where they tied the game at the time. He's now set down the last 7 Cardinal batters, including 3 of the last 4 via the strikeout. The 2-1 from Cooper. That one's fouled straight back by Murray. It'll be 2-2. Wind now heavily coming in from center field. It's been more of a windy tournament than I'm used to seeing here at Falcon Field. Usually it's pretty up and down. 2's on the way. Off speed, stays wide in the right-handed box. It's 3-2. Of course, another note, Miller is getting set to warm up over on the ice, what we call our lacrosse field for AC Flora. It's called the ice because it's a turf field with barely any pellets, which makes it really hard to not slip. But they have spikes, so they'll be fine, even though they're not supposed to use spikes. The 3-2 is set out to left center field. Going back is Soborowski. He looks up, and it's over the wall. Alvin Murray gets one out. And the Cardinals strike back here.
And that is a home run for number
Looked like a fly ball that kept carrying and carrying. And Alvin Murray grabs his 4th homer on the season. Murray worked the count full, got a pitch to hit, and didn't miss it.
Number 9, shortstop, Connor Hooks to the plate.
After sitting down the last 7 batters for the Cardinals, Alvin Murray changes that with 1 swing of the bat. He homers to lead off the 6th here. And now it's Connor Hooks, the left-handed shortstop, who takes ball 1 away. Right on cue, the wind picks right back up after the homer, just in case there's a little reprieve. The 1-0. That ball hammered out to center field. Gromer going back toward the wall. He looks up. He jumps, and it's off the wall. Hooks will go into second, standing. A homer and a double off the wall. Cardinal Newman all of a sudden has life here in the 6th. The wind almost cheering him on right after the big hits from Murray and Hooks. It really picks back up. Well, Murray looked like a fly ball to left. It kept carrying and got over the wall, and then that one off the wall. Cromer couldn't grab it, even though he tried to jump and rob a hit. Now it's going to be a pitching talk. We'll be right back here at Falcon Field. All right, welcome back here to Falcon Field. All of a sudden, Cardinal Newman had been set down by 7 straight batters, and then 2 and 3 in the order deliver some big-time hits. Alvin Murray, a solo shot. Connor Hooks, a double off the center field wall, and now it's Connor Catiano. He takes ball 1 inside. It's 1-0, nobody gone here in the bottom of the 6th. 8-3 lead for the Wildcats, but Cardinal Newman trying to strike back here. Cooper fires the fastball call. Strike 1 on the outside edge. It's 1-1. Well, that was Murray, as I said, his 4th homer. Now Murray has been raking as of late 8 RBIs in the last 5 games, 7 for his last 22. The 1-1 is poked foul, popped. I think that ball somehow got, I'm not sure where the heck it went. I think I'm right with Lincoln Hill where I had to look up. I thought it may have got stuck, but it may have popped over. I'm not really sure. Count is 1-2 here. Nobody gone again, bottom 6. It's the cleanup hitter, Cadiano. He takes the curveball inside. Or no, did it hit him? Yes, it did. So Cadiano will take first. Catanillo, excuse me. The first batter Cooper has hit. And there, Catanillo. There we go. I don't know what the heck I was saying. So runners at first and second for Chaplain Cox. Cox is 0-2 in this tournament. A lined out and a fielder's choice ground out. Spivey, the first baseman, in on the grass. Middle infield playing back, so is the third baseman Blight. It's the left-handed Chaplain Cox up. Cooper fires the fastball away, ball 1. For the first time today, there's some action over there in the bullpen. That's Joel Cortez, the right-hander, warming up for the Wildcats. Lexington has an 8-3 lead based off of a big fifth inning. Yeah, that's right. There we go. I'm waking up. I apologize. Jeez. Little sleep last night, you know. I sat there. I got home. I sat there at about 3 a.m. fixing all the stuff, making sure everything was right. And then all of a sudden, I laid down and I'm like, I need a shower. Long night. Bunt attempt. Ball called, strike 1. The throw down to second in time. Lincoln Hill catches hooks off the second base bag. What a throw. It's strike 1, out 1. It's a big time mistake there for the Cardinals, who had some big runs that could have gotten themselves back into this game if they came home. Now Hooks is picked off. It's a 1-1 count here to Chaplain Cox. Runner on first with 1 out. Cooper will wheel and deal. The 1-1 high and away, ball 2. You're fine. The 2-1. That ball is flown to the left side and foul. It'll be 2-2 here to Cox. Jack Cooper trying to labor here through the 6th inning. He's given up 2 earned runs off of 6 hits. He struck out 5 and hit 1. He's in line for the win, but he's got to get through this Cardinal Newman lineup. Runner goes at first. 2-2 is popped to the right side of the infield. Jones Bell, the second baseman, has to come back. Now sprinting back to the first base bag is Cadiano. He will get back there safely. It's a pop out for out number 2 as he did some wind sprints right there at first. Catanillo, excuse me. Jeez, Catanillo. I said it right the whole first half of the game, and all of a sudden I've unraveled. I blame my allergies. Well, it's Rylan Knutson up now for the 3rd time today. He's fouled out and struck out his 2 plate appearances. He's a runner on first with 2 outs. Cooper trying to work through here in the 6th. Righty on righty, Cooper fires. First pitch is low and away, the fastball, ball 1. Next game begins in a little over an hour. 2 o'clock the start time between Lugoff, Elgin, and Miller. As Coach Billy Wagner now strolls over to the bleachers. The 1-0 is called, strike 1. Fastball on the outside edge. Of course, Billy Wagner is the now newest member of the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's a 1-1 count here, 2 gone. Cooper. Couple looks at first, now the runner goes. Swung on and missed, strike 2, the throw into second. In time! For the 2nd time this inning, Lincoln Hill guns down a runner at second, and that will do it here in the 6th. A solo shot from Alvin Murray is all the Cardinals get after they had 2 on and nobody out. It's an 8-3 lead for Lexington as we go to the 7th right here in Game 5. Rylan Knutson, the catcher, had to run, basically sprint onto the field and throw down to second after he was at the plate when the runner got gunned down at second. Now we will begin here in the 7th.
Catcher, number 10, Lincoln Hill.
Cardinal got thrown down at second. Here due up, it's 5, 6, and 7. Leading off is Lincoln Hill, the star behind the plate last inning for Lexington. He takes a curveball away for strike 1. He'll gun down 2 runners at second, 1 on a pickoff and 1 trying to steal. Now the right-hander will step into the box looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3. The 0-1 is bounced over to the shortstop. Hooks waits back. The throw to first. In time, just gets Hill. There's 1 away. Well, how about this start for Nick Fakis? The young sophomore comes in his first appearance of the season. He gets the heart of the order, 2, 3, 4, and now 5 has put them all down. Now Grant Kistner will come up to the plate, the hardest out so far the afternoon now here for Cardinal Newman. Kistner has reached base all 3 times, has walked, singled, and doubled. Righty on righty, Fakis comes home. It's low for ball 1. And just in case anyone was worried about my day, it's supposed to be windy all day. So I get to deal with this for the next now 10 hours. As Kistner lines one into left field, but right at Boyd. He'll wait back on it and make the play for out number 2. Well, Kistner will go back to the dugout for the first time today, and now another man who's yet to be out yet. Alan Hegler has not 1, not 2, but 3 singles so far this afternoon. The DH will step into the right-handed box. There's 2 away now. Nobody on the base passes. Fack is looking to go 6 up, 6 down in this first time on the hill. The right-hander fires. Curveball is called. Strike 1, low in the zone. After this game, don't go anywhere. Lexington will get a chance to see their opponent tomorrow, the Miller School of Albemarle. The 0-1. That one's wide, ball 1. For Cardinal Newman, you guys will get to see your opponent as well, Lugoff Elgin. Excuse me, not Lexington Elgin. Lugoff Elgin. It'll be Demons Mavericks in game 2. The 1-1's hard on the ground to the shortstop. Hooks gobbles it up, throws it to first, brings Andrews off the bag, but he tags out Hegler to end the frame. 6 up, 6 down. Nick Fakis, some big-time innings in relief here for Cardinal Newman. They trail by 5, going to the bottom of the 7th when we return. We enter the bottom of the 7th year in game number 1 on day 2 at the Forest Acres Classic. The Wildcats have a 8-3 lead off. Jack Cooper went 6 innings, gave up 2 earned runs off of 6 hits, struck out 5 and hit 1 batter. Now Cortez will look to finish off the job here against the bottom of the order for Cardinal Newman. Righty on righty, first pitch to Knudsen. Fastball outside, ball 1. It's actually looks to be a pitch hitter. That's Landon Dagenhart at the dish. Still righty on righty, 1-0. Fastball away, ball 2. You know, I'm always used to, when I was in high school, the only Joel I knew went by Joel. So I'm always, you know, instinctively trying to say Joel when I see Joel's name. The 2-0. Called strike 1. Off speed touches the outside part of the plate. This right-handed showdown, it's 2-1. Cortez comes set and he'll deliver. The 2-1. Swung on in, missed. Strike 2. Fastball low. Dagenhart got the start yesterday and his 1 plate appearance struck out. The young sophomore looking to start a rally here in the bottom of the 7th for the Cardinals, who are down 8-3. The right-hander comes home, swung on in, missed. Strike 3. Off speed on the outside edge. And there's 1 away now here in the bottom of the 7th.
Up for Cardinal Newman, number 11, Matthew Andrews.
Cortez, the junior, making his 4th appearance on the bump. He's pitched now 5 2/3 scoreless innings with now 7 strikeouts compared to 2 walks. Righty on lefty as the right-hander comes home to Matthew Andrews. He misses a little wide. It's 1-0. The 1-0 count. That one, fastball hits Andrews right between the numbers. Cardinal Newman will get a base runner here in the 7th as Hill will now come out and talk to Cortez. Well, if Cardinal Newman wants a shot to get back into this game, they're going to have to get the bottom of the lineup to turn it over. It's the 8-hole Reed Stewart, who has a single and struck out looking so far tonight. Or today, whatever time of day it is. It's some time of day, I promise you.
Reed Stewart.
Righty on righty, runner at first. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Cardinal Newman trailing 8-3. Cortez comes home, the first pitch. Called strike 1 on the low outside part of the plate. It's a very short lead over there for Andrews, not looking to make it out on the base pass like Cardinal Newman did twice last inning. He's yet to steal a bag, but got to imagine he'd love to get into scoring position here. The 0-1. Off speed stays in the left-handed box. It's now 1-1. About 2-0? I thought it was. Goodness gracious, the scoreboard's really messing me up right now. 2-0, I think. We're going 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. It's popped foul. It'll be 2-1. Maybe it is 1-2. Maybe I was wrong. Huh, guess their first pitch was called a strike. That's what I know. The 1-2. Fastball stays wide. It's ball 2. Well, after Stewart, it's Roland Boyd who will stay in to hit. And then the lineup could turn over back to Hart Roland. Again, Cardinal Newman would love the top of the order to come up. Give them a chance here to have a big inning of their own, just like the Wildcats did in the 5th. 2's on the way. Swung on in, missed, strike 3. Breaking ball on the outside edge, and just like that, there's 2 away. The Cardinals are down to their final out. It's the 9-hole Roland Boyd, who's pitch hitting for Alex Abreu. He came in last inning, I think back in the 6th, excuse me. Well, last inning, I guess, for defensive purposes. Righty on righty, 2 away. Andrews at first. Cortez fires. Called strike 1. Looks like the fastball on the outside part of the plate. The 0-1 on the way, swung on and missed. Change up right down Broadway. And Boyd now falls behind 0-2, down to his final strike. Lexington trying to finish off. Cardinal Newman go 2-0 in the Forest Acres Classic here. The 0-2. Fastball wide, good eye from Boyd. He'll stay in the AB, it's 1-2. Boyd was a starting pitcher yesterday against Miller. He went 0 for 1 at the plate with a strikeout. He's behind 1-2 here. Cortez fires the 1-2 into the left-handed box. Nice job from Hill to glove it. A diving attempt from him. Well, tomorrow, Cardinal Newman back here at 11 a.m. They face Lugoff Elgin. Lexington will get Miller at 5 p.m. Two's on the way. That one's checked and fouled. Boyd tried to hold the swing, but just caught the piece of the barrel. Two's on the way. Off speed misses wide. Boyd works the count full. 3-2, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Cardinal Newman down to their last strike and their last out, but they have a runner on first, trailing by 5. Infield playing back for the Wildcats. Spivey has no hold on first, so the runner will be in motion on movement. Runner goes, the payoff. Wide ball 4. After falling behind 0-2, Boyd works the walk. There's now runners at first and second with 2 gone. That is only the 3rd walk Cortez has allowed this season for Boyd. That is his 3rd he's gotten this year. And this is exactly what Cardinal Newman wanted. Top of the order up, it's Hart Rowland. The left-hander digs in, the right-hander on the bump. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Cortez winds and deals. The first pitch is upstairs, ball 1. Time called now. Cortez got through the first batter pretty easily, a strikeout swinging. Then, of course, Andrews was hit. He struck out Stewart, and now, after a walk, has fallen behind Rowland 1-0. We'll be right back here for the music. We return to Falcon Field here in the bottom of the 7th. Hart Rowland is up the top of the Cardinal lineup with 2 gone, trailing by 5. The left-hander ahead 1-0. The right-hander comes home. The fastball called, strike 1 on the outside edge. It's 1-1. After Rowland, it's the dangerous Alvin Murray, who had the 3rd homer of the tournament. He put one over the left field wall as Soborowski had to watch it go. It's 1-1. Cortez fires. The off speed stays wide. Ball 2. There's another man warming up over there in the Wildcat bullpen if it gets that far. Get you that in one moment. It's 2-1. Cortez wheels and deals. The pitch swung on and missed. The changeup. It's strike 2. And now Cardinal Newman yet again down to their last strike. Jackson Kuiper, the man working in the bullpen. Hopefully he's not needed if you're a Wildcat. The 2's on the way. Is popped straight foul. Rowland stays alive. Art Rowland now is 1 for 3. An RBI single in the 3rd. Struck out swinging and grounded out so far today. It's a 2-2 count with 2 gone. Runners at first and second for the leadoff here for the Cardinals. Cortez wheels and deals. The 2-2 is popped to the left side. Blight, the third baseman, comes on, but it goes into the forestry here in Forest Acres. Lexington trying to win now. They're 7th of their last 9 and improved to 12-6-1 on the season. Cardinal Newman trying to avoid dropping their last 2 and falling to 11-9. The 2-2. Rolling chops that one to the right side. The first baseman, Spivey's got it. He'll step on the bag, and that'll do it. Cardinals set the table towards the end, but the Wildcats finish off Cardinal Newman by a final score of 8-3. Lexington starts the Forest Acres Classic 2-0, looking to try to beat the Mavericks tomorrow and go to a championship game on Thursday. The Cardinals looking to take one maybe off of Lugoff Elgin tomorrow, potentially if things can go their way, and maybe potentially play on Thursday. Well, that'll do it from me. We'll be right back here in just under an hour. Miller and Lugoff Elgin. Lexington fans, you want to stick around to see who you potentially you'll be playing for a championship appearance tomorrow. You'll be playing them tomorrow, just potentially the stakes of that game could be a lot higher than you know. We'll be back in about an hour. Thank you for joining me.